The following contest is an Elimination Chamber match, and it is for the Orbit Universe Championship. The first 4 enter and go through pods, and then the last 2 entrants start us off. And ho boy, let's kick things off with the Cheeto Man from the world of Despicable Me, weighing in at 265 pounds, Brandon Poke. Making his way, marching down the ring, he is one of the favorites. He came up short in the last Orbits match in the Hell in a Cell, along with Luke, Elijah, and Old Fart. He put up one hell of a match and went through a lot of pain falling off the steel cage, a 20-foot structure, about 4 times, I believe. So we'll see if that has any factor going into today. He looks around. He's gonna enter one of the 4 glass pods that you see at 150-second intervals. Someone randomized will come through and enter the mix. And Brandon, as you see, is going to leave the ring now, and enter once again 150-second intervals, and one randomized person will enter the new pod and enter the mix. Not just one person gets pinned in this one, but everyone has to get pinned. Once you get pinned, you are eliminated. Last person standing is the Orbits champion. MVP coming out. What kind of MVP? Everybody's favorite NFL MVP. Quarterback for everybody's favorite NFL team. The Orlando Orbits QB number 27, Hector Leone, coming in from the Orbits universe, weighing in at 175 pounds. Orbits quarterback, fan of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's got his iconic jacket on, he's got the shorts on, and he's got the red shoes on. All +5 attributes in his head. We'll see how those help him out today. He's looking around. He feels that crowd cheering for him, and we'll see how he performs in this structure. This structure is not nice at all. Just like similar to the Hell in a Cell match, this structure is unforgiving and will cause a whole lot of pain. So Hector enters the second pod. 2 more of those pods are open, and then the final 2 have to start the match. It's completely randomized. So he is gonna enter the MVP, gets that second pod spot. And we have coming in now, listen to the crowd, Adrian Santana Fandino from Johns Hopkins University, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is jamming it out with the fans here. He is hyped and ready to go. Vern shirt, added on to that is his iconic kissing photo with Mason Pfeffer. He didn't really agree with that, but he's wearing it because it's a fan favorite photo. And just look at him, he is swiveling the hips, entering the ring, swimming motion. He is doing a whole lot. He is hyped for this match. He must have studied up on this one and done the correct calculations to determine what he needs to do to win this match. He is around, he is dancing, he is having fun. Adrian will claim that 3rd pod spot, only one of them left. As we take a look here, he is going to leave the ring and enter the 3rd of 4 pods available. 1 more available, and then the 2 others have to start. Brandon, Hector, Adrian. And now this man with the final pod spot from the land of storks, standing at 7 feet tall. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Monty M. Mason Pfeffer has taken the final pod spot, and the crowd isn't happy. They are booing here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where we are live. Mason Pfeffer, tall for nothing. You can find him on Instagram, Facebook, and all LinkedIn's. You can go to his Linktree, I think it's called, where he has not only his Instagram, his Facebook, his Twitter, but he also has a link to his favorite website. And if you want to click that, go ahead. But Viewer discretion is advised. But enough of that. If you are a smart man like Adrian, you can basically do the addition and fill in the blanks here with Mason, Adrian, Brandon, and Hector taking the 4 pod spots. That means the 2 people who haven't entered have to start this match. And if you remember who's in this match, then you know who's starting now. As Mason gets ready to leave the ring and enter that final pod spot, we're going to say hello to the 2 people. Remember, this is the Elimination Chamber. 4 people in pods to start. Someone random comes in. Winner gets the Orbits Championship. And we meet our first match starter. Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of the PFL. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Holden Hunt to the Elimination Chamber. His motto is never give up, and he is going to have to live by that mantra today as he has to defeat the second starter and then all 4 others who enter from pods to win the Orbits Championship. It is a tall task, but if anyone can do it, it's Holden Hunt, tight end for the Orbits, CEO of the PFL, Royal Rumble winner in Orbits Wrestling. He really has done it all, and he just backs up a little bit. He cautiously walks into the chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I've emphasized this already, but this chamber leaves scars on you forever. Once you enter, there is no leaving until someone is crowned a winner, or of course, once you're eliminated. And you have to ask yourself, is the Orbits Championship really worth putting yourself through all this pain? And let me tell you, you've done the fill in the blanks. So the other person who has to start is none other than your glorious Orbits Universe Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Luke Schroeder, entering in the new swim gear. And ladies and gentlemen, he's got himself a new entrance. A little bit cocky after winning the Orbits Championship. He's got the money falling from the sky, and he is not liking the fans here. He's kind of mocking them as he swims over to the Elimination Chamber Championship around the waist. He's defending it going into this match. He has to start and eliminate, and he not necessarily eliminate, but last after all the other 5 men. So he does have to eliminate 1 person at least if he wants to win. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started here in the Elimination Chamber. Both superstars ready and the bell's off. Luke goes after Holden, sprints after him, and he gets a quick little move, and he's just kicking him in the face before taking him down with a knee. That one had to hurt. Another kick to the guts, and he's gonna kick him again, stomping on him, pouring on the pain before he kicks him in the back of the head. This new swim gear must have really locked him in. They both go for a drop kick, both come up short. Holden Hunt finally gets on the offense, slams him down, tries to get a quick elimination, and it's only gonna be a 1 count. Holden Hunt lets him go, picks him up, gets him in between the legs, picks him up, and slams him down with a power bomb. That one deal a lot of damage there. Kick to the hamstring, and he's backing up into the corner here. Holden Hunt running after him. Big clothesline that sends him lying down. Kick to the gut by Luke Schroeder. Drop kick, rolls out of the way. Holden Hunt putting up his hands, but Luke is going to knee him in the back once more. Stomp to the back now, really dealing that upper body pain, tugging on his arm, and Luke is just being merciless here in the first minute of this match. Climbing to the top rope, Holden has something to say about that. He throws him right off. Holden's gonna pick him up, misses, grabs him this time, and we've seen this already. Big power bomb, slams him down, could try to get him out again. 1, and another quick kick out by Luke Schroeder now. So now we're back to square one. They face off before Holden clotheslines him, sending him down to the floor. He rolls out of the way of a kick. Holden trying to pour on some more punches, but Luke is just going to knee him again, and that drops him down to the floor. Quick pin. 1, and Holden kicks out at 1. We haven't got a single 2 count. Remember, 1, 2, 3, and you are eliminated. Picks him up. We are square again, and kick, punch, what a combo, uppercut, and slams him down, and an armbar, what an armbar by Luke. Make sure to keep the shoulders up, you don't want to get pinned here. Holden trying to reverse this here, punches him several times into the ear, and that one dealt a lot of pain. 10, we see the countdown, someone will be released from the pod in 5 seconds. What a slam by Holden Hunt. Luke gets right back up, and we're square again. You see the pods being randomly selected. We'll have to see who comes in. 1, 2, and a kick out, and Brandon has been released from his pod. We now have 3 in the mix. Holden and Luke still fighting. Brandon's just going to watch from a distance, and he goes for an elbow. That does literally nothing before he chop blocks Holden Hunt and gets him down to the floor. Now he's going to go after Luke. Several punches this time. It knocks him down. Luke reverses that one. Holden stuck in the corner. He's going to take a rest. Goes for a neck breaker, comes up short, and now he pays the price. He gets kicked, and now groin injury. If I've ever seen one, that one had to hurt. Holden kicking him in the head, slams him down with a backbreaker, and with his bare feet, Brandon is going to kick Holden in the face. Big elbow drop connects. Luke in the corner taking a rest before Brandon picks him up and slams him down to the mat. Could be it. 1, and another quick kick out by our champion. Big punch to the face from Holden Hunt to Brandon Pope. Picks him up and absolutely throws him across the ring. So Luke's going to back up here as he lets Brandon get absolutely mauled by Holden Hunt, dealing the damage, kicking him several times in the face. Punch to Holden. And Holden's going to flip out of that one, go for a punch, and he misses. Holden gets out of the way of that carry. Turned around by Brandon, picked up here. Can he get out of this hold? No, and his throat is just about cut by that rope. That is super painful. Luke trying to eliminate Brandon here on only a 1 count as we are early into this match still. 3 people have been released. 2 started. Remember, Brandon was released from the pod moments ago. Luke tries to carry Holden, reverses, and he's going to pay. He's slammed down to the mat. Brandon tries to kick, and he misses. This time the punch lands. Punches him in the back, throws him against the ropes, and absolutely slammed down to the canvas. Luke goes for a grab, and this time it's Brandon who answers, suplexes him down to the canvas. Holden kicks up. Brandon goes for the pin on Luke. 1, and another 1 count by the Orbits champion. What a drop kick, and 10, 9, 8, the count is going to start again. In about 5 seconds, someone else will be released from the pod. Who is it going to be? Luke dealing the damage on Brandon while Holden rests up. Who is this going to be? Who is it going to land on? And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Leon has been released from his pod. So now Hector's going to enter, and the ref goes down. The ref was punched, and the ref is down. We'll see how long she's out cold for. She gets right back up. What a trooper. Hector's going to get some early damage dealt by Luke. Kill him with a smile, as you see on the back of his swim gear. He's drop kicked by Holden Hunt, the CEO of the PFL, tight end for the Orbits, former Royal Rumble winner. Brandon dealing the damage on Hector's neck, absolutely just cranking that thing before he slammed down, head probably already absolutely bulging. As Brandon picks up Hector, carries him over, and he's just going to carry him around in a bunch of circles before dropping him on one of the turnbuckles. Another armbar by Luke Schroeder. We've seen this move multiple times. It has looked super painful. Brandon escapes. Holden Hunt gets flipped on and elbowed. No, Hector misses that elbow, and Luke gets sent out of the ring. Brandon goes back after him. You can climb the cage, you can climb the pod. There are absolutely no rules. The thing is, do you want to risk your body to win that Orbits championship? Hector slammed down to the canvas. Luke picked up by Holden. Brandon walking around. He is going to enter back in the ring. Hector and Luke bump into each other. As what a low blow, and that one could be this could be a quick exit. Kick to the balls. 1, 2, and Hector somehow kicks out after being punched in the balls. Brandon now approaching Hector again. Kick to the gut. Holden remains on the attack of the Orbits champion, Luke Schroeder, kicking him in the head multiple times. Brandon gets thrown out here. Hector follows him. He is going to slowly creep up, and Hector is climbing the Elimination Chamber here now. Brandon is going to climb with him. He's going to slowly approach him. Meanwhile, a kick out by Luke on the other side. You see Hector thrown off the cage, and now Brandon jumps right on him, and that one had to hurt. Going for the pin. Could this be it for Hector? And he kicks out. Luke jumps on Holden. We are getting out of hand here as the Elimination Chamber is going to select yet another competitor to get released into the mix here. Who's it going to be? And Mason has been selected. Mason is released from his pod, and the crowd boos him as they hate him as much as Luke at this point, and he is absolutely punched in the gut, dealing damage quickly to Brandon, and now Brandon's not taking any of it. He picks him up, and Hector's just going to punch him. Mason lands on his neck, and he is covering his face early here. That means once the next entrant comes in, it is guaranteed that Adrian will have to be the one to get released in the pod. Now Luke getting switched up on, getting a taste of his own medicine. He escapes Holden's armbar, rebounded, and Hector moves out of the way. Brandon picked up by Luke, and now Hector picked up by Mason. Mason slammed down to the canvas. Absolute punch to the jaw by Holden Hunt to Brandon. Hector throws out Mason. He lands onto the black mat. Hector's going to go up top. Is he going to jump on Mason? And he chickens out. He just walks away. This time he's going to exit now. And he's just going to kind of run in circles. Kick out by Brandon. Almost eliminated there. Hector bumps into one of the pods. Could we see someone break through? We have seen this before in previous matches. Mason and Luke on the attack. Brandon and Holden battling it out. Hector with a big suplex trying to pin Mason. 1, and a kick out by Mason. Over on the side here, we have a kick out by Brandon. And what is this move by Luke? And that one had to hurt Hector. This could be it. We have 2 pins going on at once. Hector kicks out. Now the pin on Holden. 2, 3, and this time it is working. Holden Hunt has been eliminated, and he is out of here. He is going to have to exit the chamber with limited damage dealt, so he can get away while he's lucky. To move back to our 4 other survivors and 1 person. Remember, Adrian's still in the pod. Brandon gets thrown in the corner. Mason is picked up by Luke. Hector trying to do something on the top rope, but that's denied automatically, followed by a punch and a reversal by him. And what a back and forth going on between Brandon and Hector Leon. This one is carrying on and on and on. Luke and Mason kind of glitching in the corner now. And 10 seconds before we get Adrian into the mix, he is jogging around. He knows he is being released here without a doubt. Big kick by Luke. He's going to try to put Mason away. 1, 2, and a big kick out by Mason. Adrian has entered the mix. He's running around. Goes straight for Brandon and throws him down. Hector, big slam to Luke. So one of these 5 people will win the Orbits Championship. Question is, who's it going to be? Adrian throws Mason in. Hector throws Luke in. And Brandon gets a hold of Hector before throwing him into the ring. So everyone's getting thrown around like ragdolls and just hit down in the back of the neck. Brandon by Adrian. Picked up again. Carrying him around, elbows to the gut. He's going to release that hold by Adrian. Big move, big counter by Mason. And he's going to get a hold of Hector, trying to get his get back. Swings around and reverses that one, followed by a big punch by Hector Leon to Mason Pfeffer. Mason gets thrown out. So much action here. Grabbing Brandon is Adrian. Adrian reversed by Brandon. All 5 of these guys, remember, Mason, Brandon, Adrian, Hector, Luke, one of them's getting away with the Orbits Championship. Who will survive the deadly Elimination Chamber? We'll find out in approximately Who knows when? This match is going forever. Mason blitzing Luke and grabs him by the head before just punching him square in the skull. That one had to hurt. Big slam by Adrian to Brandon, and Hector's just trying to get up. He is kicked right back down. They're not allowing him to even stand. He finally rolls out of the way. Sunset flip, and that's not going to be a pin attempt by Hector. That's surprising. He lifts up Holden. Adrian. He lifts up Adrian, but Brandon just did not allow him to do that. Drags Adrian around, and he's just kind of circling a dead corpse right now. Big drop kick by Mason. Luke gets a big shot to the back. And thrown out of the ring is Brandon. Remember, Mason is just getting pressure. Remember, everyone has to be eliminated besides the winner. 1, 2, and almost an elimination over Hector. Who is going to get eliminated next? You have to believe that Mason and Adrian, being the most recent releases from the pods, have big momentum their way. You see the health bars on the bottom. Adrian is out and fresh as a tulip. Mason's been kind of struggling, however. Brandon receives a big move. This could be it for him. 1, 2, and a big kick out. And that could be a sign of things to come for Brandon. If he can't start kicking out, those kickouts are just going to keep getting harder and harder. Big takedown by Mason, and Hector's thrown out by Luke Schroeder. Luke exits the ring to go and tangle with him, and punches allows Adrian to escape out of this one. Mason and him continue their fight. Luke, Brandon, and Hector have a little three-way going on the outside. Adrian and Mason once again in the ring, and he is just picking up Mason like he isn't 7 foot. 1, 2, and Mason barely kicks out of that one. Hector dropped onto his head, and that could be it. 1, 2, 3, and Hector is done here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. He will not be going home with the Orbits Championship for Remain. Brandon is in trouble now. 1, 2, and he kicks out. The 4 remaining troopers are in and active. Brandon might not be active for long. He is absolutely getting beat down by the Orbits champion. He is tossed back into the ring. What is this move coming from Mason Pfeffer? F5, going for the pin. 1, 2, and a big kick out by Adrian Santana Fandino. Picked up. Here comes Luke, and a big slam. Is this it for the Orbits champion? Cover. 1, 2, and the Orbits champion is still champion, at least for now, and Brandon can't believe it. Brandon gets grabbed once again, rebounds off the ropes, and chugged by Luke. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and Brandon is out of here. So Luke beats Brandon twice in the last 2 days. Brandon gets sent home packing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 3. 3 competitors are in this match, and left Mason Pfeffer, Adrian Santana Fandino, and Luke Schroeder, your Orbits champion. Only one can come away. Either we have a new champion in Mason or Adrian, or Luke Schroeder will retain. F5 again to Adrian, and surely that one's it. 1, 2, and another kick out by Adrian, very close. Luke grabbing Mason, tangling with the 7-foot-tall man, slams him down, and could this be it? Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Mason. Adrian tries to grab Mason by the leg, and he is absolutely snapping his leg in every spot possible. Luke with Adrian now picks him up. That's reversed, and Luke is going to pay the price, getting slammed down neck first to the mat. Adrian has Mason now. Mason and Adrian attacking each other. Adrian grabs Mason, picks him up, flips him around his shoulder, and just slams him down with force. Adrian looking for a big move to Luke now, sends him in the corner and spears him down. Luke is incapacitated for now, at least. Mason swings Adrian over his shoulder, and Mason just putting a beat down on the little guy. And it's hard to believe, but Adrian weighs more than Mason, a 7-foot-tall man. Adrian is 245 pounds of pure muscle. Mason is 130 pounds. Luke tries to grab him, and a big move by Mason. All right, by Luke. Cover 1, 2, and 3, and that move sends Mason packing. So we are down to Adrian and Luke. Are we going to get a new champion, or is the champion going to retain? Adrian, Luke. This is the Elimination Chamber live from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I'm Anthony Costello, and I get the privilege to announce this absolute banger of a match. 6 men, the core friend group, and this is all going down for the Orbits Championship, the Orbits Universe Champion. That is, it's the swimmer, Luke Schroeder, versus the math guru, Adrian Santana Fandino. And Adrian is in trouble as Luke is making his way to the top rope. What is this move? Big elbow drop to the throat. And Luke is taunting Adrian at this point. It could be big raps for him. Luke trying to finish off the last opponent that is in his way of keeping this Orbits Championship a second knee. Going for a third, and Adrian is busted open, and he is bleeding on his forehead. Luke picks up Adrian, going for the finish here, and he pins him. No, he doesn't pin him. He's going up for another move, and he grabs him, throws him out, and he's trying to deal a little bit more damage, I guess, to this final opponent. Tugs on his arm. Adrian is very finished now. He is just... you see his health bar down there. He has nothing left. Absolutely nothing left. And Luke is just playing with his food at this point. Adrian lurking around, stomping the back of the head of Luke Schroeder. Going to the top rope here. What does Adrian have in mind? He's up at the top turnbuckle. Elbow drop to the back. Picking up. No, he's dragging him to the center of the ring. What does he have in plan here? Adrian looking, staring at him, and he is getting hyped up. What is this move? Is he going for a move? Picks him up, slams him with force. That is the big ending. That is his finishing move. Cover. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. We have a new Orbits champion. Adrian Santana Fandino is your Orbits Universal Champion in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and he is loving it. The crowd is loving it as an enemy of the Orbits universe has been dethroned.